everybody, it's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at Tech Trader. Our comments Monday, February the 10th, the charts of the day. Well, a good trading day on Wall Street, that's for sure. And the markets hung in there until the end of the day when it backed off a little, but it was a good day to start the week, technically as well. But let's start out with a couple dozen stocks that look pretty intriguing to me. First of all, ACHR, which I've been watching since it broke out in November and in the 3.5 range and has gone to 12 and change. Then pulled back for 5 weeks and did a wedge, or a coil, I should say. Looks like it broke out today, and the volume picked up to 43 million shares. I need to get this above this 1060 zone. Watch this tomorrow morning. If it does that, we're looking for a day trade or swing to 1280, 13.5, 3/4. Excuse me, 15, maybe 16, something like that. But I think if it pops here with volume and that with underlying technicals and the pattern the way it looks, this could be a winner. AIOT with an explosive spike today. Almost 10 million shares traded up 206 to 801, 34.6%. Big move. And it looks to me like it might extend towards the 9.5 area. AMPX, I was so impressed with this pattern, and I've been watching it for weeks now. It finally broke through what looks like a declining top sign. May have been premature. I really needed over 420 to get it going, but my targets are going to be 5 3/4 and 6 3/4. API, well, it looks like it broke through a triple top today, just slightly. It was up 54 cents or about 8 3/4%. Just traded 2 million shares. That's thin, but this one could go, and if it does go, it wouldn't be a shocker if it went out somewhere up near 9 and maybe 11. Apps, our new swing, moving another 40 cents or 8% today. Volume was 16 million shares. Next target is 6, 7.5, and 9. ARBE, the robotics company, popped 2 days ago and pulled back today. It spiked again, but I just want you to know that I need it up through and be aware of this. If you see this above 337 tomorrow, you might get a quick 4 1/4 and then 5. ASTS, well, has been one of my favorites for a year now after this big run up. But take a look at the multi-month, like 7-month consolidation, the sliding channel. Broke through 2 days ago. Today was a spectacular follow-through day, in my opinion. I think the stock goes to 38 on this move. We break through, we could be in the low 40s. AXSM settled a major lawsuit with Teva today. The stock spiked. We did a great 10-point day trade on it. Went from 106 to 132 1/4. Closed 127.55, up 21.75 or 20.5% on 4.7 million, which is a lot for that stock. Right now, I'm looking for a stock that could get to 150, even 170. Keep an eye on this. Black Sky, another follow-through today. They, after hours, announced that Black Sky and Rocket Labs are establishing a launch window in February for their first Gen 3 satellite. The stock came out of a 3-day pullback with a pop of about $1.23 or 7.5%, trading just under $1 million. It's thin, but I think when this goes through 18, 30, 35, we're going to look at 20 and 23 for this one on a follow-through. BYRN, well, this is one of our better swings this year. It spiked out in September. We put a swing on it. It spiked out of a wedge in November. It looks really good. It's more than doubled just since early November when it traded at 14, and here it is 34. I have a target now of 40. CLF, metal stocks did well today as steel and aluminum tariffs were put on from foreign countries. This one really spiked. It went from 1066 to 1234 and just finished 2 cents off the high, up 23%. A mere 64 million share traded, huge volume. I think we might get an extension. If we do, we're looking at 14. CMPX broke out a month ago, has been in a rising channel ever since. Today it broke through resistance, jumped another 53 cents or 15% on 1.7 million. Good underlying technicals, looking for an extension to 4 3/4, 5. CRNC swing popped yesterday. Friday. Today was a nice follow through. And take a look where it is. It got right to that 1663 range, and it got back 3-4 weeks ago by getting up to 1674. A little bit of a breakout. Got to see an extension. If we do 21, 25, and 28 are potential extension targets. This could be powerful. DAO, well, Dow exploded. Breakout, key breakout, went from 783 to 1182 today. Backed off to 1094, up 311 or 40%. Volume was just 1.1 million. It's thin, it's Chinese, but it can fly. Not going to be surprised to see him run this one to mid-teens. GRRR swing, which did great for us here and then backed off and wedged, but it's broken out, now up 5 days in a row, headed for a retest of the multiple tops in the 25.5 3/4 range. You get through that, you're looking at high 20s, low 30s. Lunar coming out of a wedge today, maybe it jumped $1.49 or 8%. Look at this chart, powerful, targeting 30, 32, something like that. MBLI popped on positive news with lift today and broke out of a 4 or 5 week base. Now looking for a run that takes us to 20 and 22.5. NBIS pleasantly surprised us with another pop today, up another 3.5 points or 9%. It's now approaching the all-time high reached just 3 weeks ago before it got smacked. That was 43.66. We get through there, 48 is my target. PDYN, PDYN AI, coming out of a wedge or coil pattern on wave 4. If it gets above here, and this is what you got to look for, the move above 15, and we're good to go for 19, 25 or more. SATL exploded November, December, came down in a 6-7 week consolidation pullback flag or channel, broke out. It's been up 4 days in a row and moved from 278 to 483. There's that spike high that we had in island reversal, quite the negative pattern. Then at 549, which is being my current target, we get through that 6.5 3/4. SCRV also moving. So, this is a tech trader swing as well. Love the look of this. I think we're looking at 25 and 29. Shopify, tech trader swing as well. May have popped to a new multi-year high, the highest level since late 21. Your next target has to be a run at 130.31. SMR and the nuclear energy group did well today, better than some of the others for a change. And it's in this large wave consolidation coil. And should we break out through this, we're looking at high 30s, low 40s. TELADOC coming on strong now, up 6 days in a row from a 292 low to 4.25 here. The extension says 4 3/4, 5 is your target. TELADOC, tech trader's new swing has been running with mojo, now up for 5 days in a row with the target at 16. And finally, VNET, which has been really on a tear since it broke out above the double top consolidation zone, above 4.5 3/4, now more than doubled today, spiking up from 9 to 10.57 and finishing at 10.50, up $1.50 or 16.6%. Volume was a hefty 12.9 million. That's almost a record high volume for the stock. Extension targets 14.5 3/4. That's it for tonight, everybody. Look at some very hot stocks at thetechtrader.com. Good night.